So what about people who have STIs that are non-curable, such as herpes or HIV? So when they come to you, what advice would you give them if they feel like, I just don't want to have sex no more, or I don't want to tell? Ooh, that's dangerous, right? But I don't want to tell nobody.
That's dangerous. People do that, and I think for that idea of I don't want to tell, I would work with them on the ideas of guilt and shame as it's related to that. People do have, it's kind of like a scarlet letter, you have herpes, you got that thing, but the problem is that it is incredibly common.
I know a woman like that. She's married. She has children now.
It's very common. You can still have a very healthy life, a very healthy sex life, but it's important to be open and honest with your partners so that you can, so that they can make decisions for themselves as well. And if they choose not to continue to relate to you sexually, that's their choice. But, it goes back to how I was talking about consent with teaching kids consent. It's the same thing, right? Making sure that your partners are fully consenting. And also making sure that you are utilizing safer sex practices if you're not fluid-minded with that person. So,
yeah. And then speaking on safe sex, so you hear all the time that, oral sex without a condom, it's fine, you can't get pregnant. You can still get an STD.
Straight up.
And it's like, I know when I'm talking to guys, I'm like, hey, when the last time you been tested? And it's kind of like, why you asking me that? Like, it's it's like they get offended. And I'm just
going
like,
to the hospital.
Yeah. Like,
right.
Clinic,
yes. It's important to know your status, especially if you are, if you have multiple partners, even if you have one partner. But it's important to get tested to know for yourself what's going on. And flavored condoms should not be used for penetration, any type of penetration. The purpose of for a lot of reasons.
They call what's the thing, the pH balance.
Yes, it does, because
that's it, right?
That's it. Because flavored condoms within the flavoring, there's usually some type of sugar. And sugar within a vagina is not a hospitable environment. Actually, it's very hospitable for bacteria to grow. So, like, if you're having the whole purpose of a flavored condom is oral sex to make it more pleasurable for the giver. But you don't use flavored condoms for inserting anywhere, except for a mouth.
I saw somewhere where they are now making the first anal condoms.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically for anal.
Well, so the thing with that is that the research coming out talks about how it is specifically able to decrease the rate of STI transmission through anal sex. Okay. So it's not that the condom is so different, but just that the research was different. And so because the research was different and they tested this specifically, then they can market it that way. However, beforehand, general latex condoms could be used to prevent STI transmission with anal sex.
Okay.